You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. Previously on Aquascaping the Waterbox 220, I am using eMarco 400. Ow! Beautiful this thing is. I'm so inspired by this piece. It's like I'm talking about art.
These are the inside measurements of your tank.
So these are the inside, where the line is. Look at this. Look at that beautiful shelf rock. All of this rock out. I realized that I don't really want a rock base. I actually want to craft a base that's made out of cement. And if you take a look, this is what it ended up turning out. I don't think this is sturdy enough to hold. To definitely bulk this up a bit for extra strength. So I decided that instead of using this initially was supposed to be for the smaller structure, but I kind of like it more for the big one. What we're gonna end up doing is right now this thing looks like a pancake, but what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna Dremel it. We're gonna Dremel it in the shape that it needs to be to support the weight. Right now it's just a flat pancake, but I'll show you. I'll just show you when we actually end up doing it. I guess let's start. Honestly,
I don't know how it's gonna break.
I'm just gonna smash it. Let's smash the rock, y'all. 1,
Oh, God.
2, 3. Are you scared?
How about we move?
Bam. It's kind of perfect.
A little too perfect.
That was as much as I managed. Bam. This is the fun part, guys. Oh! Bam.
Okay, that works too.
Interesting little edge. Kind of just like the way that sounds. Bam! Just drop it on the floor. I think that'd be so much more fun. So now that I've smashed those, I'm gonna go ahead and smash some more. This is the best part of aquascaping. Let's hit this bad boy and this bad boy. Let's smash them. Okay, you ready, y'all? You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. I like that. This is nice. Look at that. Yeah, these are good pieces now. Like, just smash, smash. I barely hit that. So now that I've broken a few of those up, I definitely want to play around with it a little bit. I kind of have an idea in my head of what I want to do. They're like a big branch and elongating over the tank. Okay, y'all, so after working on this scape a little bit last night, I didn't really do much, but this is what I came up with. This is going to be the base structure of one of the two rock structures. I'm thinking the bigger one. What I ended up doing is, of course, the base here that we made earlier, but I attached it using super glue and this Insta set for the super glue to set really fast. So basically, it just kind of temporarily stuck the structure together so I can get an idea of what it's gonna look like. I'm going to actually end up, obviously, like putting this together with concrete, but it's a start, okay? It's a start. Shh. Did you see that recoil? That's a cool one. Look at that. That was nice. Oh, we broke. There we go. So the piece I'm going to be working on now is I'm going to be making a kind of extended one, like, oh my gosh, it's like falling apart. going to be making like an extended branch coming out there. So I'm gonna just take some of this rock and play around with it. Cementing down the back area right here. So that would be the next step, is cementing this back area here, reinforcing it just like so. If you guys can see, all of that down there is concrete. So the goal is to make it continue on because it's the backside, you can't see it, right? After that, we have already made our arch. It's definitely coming together. So I'm excited. On this scape, you guys, this is what I have so far. This initially was going to be the larger structure, and I actually added this, or I glued this arc together, and my initial idea was to have like kind of like an overhanging arch like that. And while it looks pretty cool, I'm really not liking the size of this thing. Like, I feel like compared to our wooden stake here, it just doesn't have that much height here to really consider it being like my main structure. By main structure, I mean the larger of the two structures. And I was kind of thinking, like, by itself, like, it looks kind of sick as like the smaller structure. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like tilted like that, like it would be a pretty sick smaller structure here for the right side, because it's still relatively small. And of course I'm going to be adding little details like making this come up a bit more here or something like that. But essentially I think I've decided that this is going to be my small structure here. Now, currently trying to figure something out for the larger one. Not really sure what I'm doing, so I'm just playing around at this point. I don't know. Let's see how it goes today. Hopefully I get this main rock structure done so I can start detailing this smaller guy. Or hey, maybe I'll end up making that still the big structure and figure something else for the smaller one. I don't know, but let's see. So due to my lack of inspiration and just kind of not feeling this aquascaping anymore because I'm getting so overwhelmed, I decided to place that little originally left structure, now right structure piece into the tank to just kind of get an idea of what it looks like. And you know what? I think it looks pretty darn cool. I don't know about you, but I think it looks pretty darn cool. I mean, what I'm thinking from now is that I gotta make one heck of a big structure here, and I actually came up with a little bit of something with Reef Mama, but obviously this still needs to be touched up, need to get the final detailing done on this thing, but I just wanted to get an idea and just kind of quickly show you guys what this thing is eventually capable, I guess, right? Right, Papa? You like it, Papa? You like it, Papa? I don't know where I left off in the last video because I made so many little updates because this aquascaping thing has been like all over the place, but I ended up with this base structure. Say hi, Reef Mama. Hello. She's helping me out here because I'm feeling very uninspired. We came up with this base structure. I can't say I'm exactly happy with it, but I have to remember that it is a base structure, right? So we're gonna build off of that. I was thinking, you know, I made this arc for the other side that I decided not to use on the other side and make that the smaller structure. And honestly, I still kind of dig it. Like, I really like this arc. It's like it was meant to be for some reason. So I was thinking to originally go with kind of like the same thing I was going to do with the last one originally and just give it another shot with a different base that I guess I'm not more happy about, but I mean, it'll work. I keep looking at it and thinking this is going to be the final product, which is why I'm kind of upset, but I have to remember that this concrete's going to be pretty much hidden once I'm done with it. So as yesterday we cemented this guy here, and we were kind of silly because while we were cementing this guy, we decided to be proactive and, you know, make a concrete support for it. But we were so silly, it was still propped up with styrofoam that we actually got the styrofoam caught in it and it didn't actually attach to this. So definitely today I want to cut that part off and reinforce this base for the 20th time now, I guess, but really make sure that that base is sturdy by the time I'm done with it. I want to, as you can see, I've cemented this portion. I need to flip it over and cement the back portion. And Reef Mama has actually done a pretty stellar job here of breaking up this rock, as you can see. So I'm just gonna play around with it. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna attach to here to make this the height that I anticipate it to be. I'm not really gonna worry about the size of this thing right now, because I think that's what's like giving me like, I think this is what I keep tripping out about and why I guess this is taking so long, because I'm too like, I can't envision it all at once. I'm like kind of like, oh, I can't do this. So I think if I just get the bulk of this done, I'm gonna figure it out as I go. Like, I'm sick of trying to make this so perfect that I can't actually figure out what I want to do, you know? Let me show you guys what we ended up doing. So we cemented this little arch right here. This little thing is just for weight to hold it down, but looking pretty good, I guess. I don't really know. I think the plan is from here is once this dries to have like a separate arc coming down here, you know, from that area, and have a separate arc come down there towards the front, and maybe something more trailing back there. We ended up reinforcing the cement leg that's been giving us all these problems, and reinforced it with these little pebble rocks we have right here to hopefully make that base way more sturdy. And I mean, it's looking like hopefully it will hold. So let's see. Only time will tell. It's a slow process, but I feel like I'm getting somewhere now, I guess. Very important point, and I'm so glad you brought this up. Happy fishes need caves, so I'll definitely be incorporating some overhanging ledges and cave structures towards the back of this aquascape moving forward. And joke's on you, they're actually rubber grapes. Grape lights, to be specific. You know, we have a real grapevine on top, so it feels real, but the squirrels get those grapes before anyone ever tries to even attempt to reach one. I hate that so much, but mad respect to that squirrel's hustle on getting there the first day of grape ripeness. And Dustin, I'm always yelling, especially when I'm excited. And Chris, spread the word, bro. I'm trying to get to that 1 million this month, though.